Hello everyone. Life is not easy. It's always challenging. Everyone wants to be successful in life. Once great Indira Gandhi told that her grandfather told her, there are two kinds of people in this world, the ones who do work and the ones who get the credit. My grandfather asked me to be in the former because there is much less competition. Yes, to work, you need to be a good time manager. Today, I'm going to share you 6 golden rules of time management. First and foremost, it is your duty to identify how you currently spend your time. Obviously, you can tell I did this, I did that. But actually, if you want to analyze your time, you need to segregate the 24 hours into 10-minute segments. Then you really can analyze what are the areas I have spent more time on and where I can improve on. Once you do this, the second step would be to prioritize your work. That is not very easy. There are important and urgent things that you need to do, first and foremost. Second, you need to do urgent things but not very important things. Third, there are important things but not urgent. Imagine that you are studying for your end semester exam. Still, it is important. If you do it 2 to 3 months early, your time is protected. Once you prioritize your work, the third step would be to plan your tomorrow. When you go to sleep, you at least try and imagine 5 things, or at least write down 5 things what you are going to do tomorrow, and try and achieve at least 4 of them. So at least 80% you have achieved. After doing this, fourth thing is identifying your prime time. Once you plan your tomorrow, identify the best time slot that you can invest the most important things to be done. Yes, some people can work early in the morning, some can do it in the late midnight. So it is up to you to decide the 3 to 4 hours which is very productive to you. Fifth thing, and the most important thing, is stop your procrastination. Stop putting it, I'm doing it tomorrow, I'm doing it this time, I will do it 2 months time, I will do it 3 months in time. No, you can't plan your life like that. Everyone's life, it has a panic monster and a mad monkey in your head. The mad monkey wants to take you here and there. But once the deadline comes, the panic monster comes and tell the captain, that is you, to sail the ship to the deadline. So don't wait till your panic monster comes and poke at you. Plan ahead and don't procrastinate. Sixth important thing is identify the time wasters and interruptions. Your friends can call you and tell, come to a meeting when you are studying and come to a group call. Tell them directly, no, I am studying, please, we'll schedule it later. Or tell them ahead that we need to get another time. So if you can stick to these 6 steps of time management, you will be successful in life.
Biodiversity is the variability among living organisms from all sources, including terrestrial, marine, and other aquatic ecosystems, and the ecological complexes of which they are part. New research shows that across half of the Earth's land surface, biodiversity has dropped below a threshold that some scientists consider safe. To survive, we rely on biodiversity. Natural processes like crop pollination, waste decomposition, and regulation of the global carbon cycle all depend on biodiversity. Extensive land use by humans can wipe out or alter species habitats, putting increasing numbers of plant and animal species in jeopardy.
The Global Biodiversity Intactness Index is a measure of changes in the number of species present in a given area was species abundance. In general, the safe limit is set at a 10% decline in intact index, which means that in the absence of human land use, species abundance within a specific habitat is 90% of its original value. However, some researchers believe that reductions of up to 70% is safe.
The 7th edition of the 2020 Cricket World Cup was scheduled to start on October 17 in the United Arab Emirates and Oman. This year, 16 teams will take part in the tournament, and the Sri Lankan team is led by ඩසටහන. Sri Lanka was to play against Ireland, Netherlands and Namibia in the preliminary qualifying tournament. The final of the tournament will be played on November 14 at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium.
Sri Lanka defeated Ireland by 70 runs at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium in Abu Dhabi on the Wednesday the 20th of this month to qualify for the Super 12 stage of the 2021 T20 World Cup. Batting first, Sri Lanka got off to a poor start, losing 3 early wickets. However, the Islanders fought back through Pathum Nisanka and Wanindu Hasaranga, both of whom scored half centuries to help Sri Lanka post of total of 171 runs for 7 wickets from their 20 overs. In response, Ireland never got going and kept losing wickets at regular intervals before folding their innings at 101 runs. The win took Sri Lanka to 4 points from 2 games and assured them of a spot in the Super 12 phase.
Mr. Kavigulakma is a very talented and creative entrepreneur in the online platform businesses. He is an old boy of Takshila College, Kampaha and a graduate of the Faculty of Allied Health Science in University of Peradeniya. After his A-level examination, he experimented with e-money. Especially, he tried on freelance jobs with his main interest on video editing and graphic designing. After entering university, he gave most of his attention to the degree. So he started a YouTube channel to expand his and the users' knowledge. He created content about microbiology, hematology, medical laboratory tests, and other subjects. When he was in second year, he got a chance to manage 2 YouTube channels from a Canadian and American company. He preoccupied his revenue to buying a YouTube channel, and it was his starting story.
Hello everyone, I'm Kavigulakma. Currently, me and my team work with many international companies as their digital content designers and social media managers. As I remember, I learned about these things such as video editing, how YouTube platform works, and how to find international companies for long-term relationship from Google and YouTube while I'm following my degree. So I believe this self-study is most powerful thing. It has no limits, and most important thing is understand your passion and what do you love to do. Then you can find world latest knowledge, business ideas and opportunities from internet. When we compare with offline businesses, online business we can start with minimum cost and easy to maintain and expand. Please don't follow what majority people are doing. It's okay to be unique. Take some risks, learn from failures and keep hard working. One day you will be success. Thank you so much Perabeats team to give me this opportunity.
Now he manages and works with around 100 YouTube channels. He invests his money in Sri Lanka and USA stock markets. Today, mainly he invests in the cryptocurrency market. You might think it is a risk, but risk-taking is a habit of clever entrepreneurs. His ambition is to train and give jobs opportunities to others who work under him, expand his investments, and also get retirement after a few years as a full investor. However, he is a talented entrepreneur in many fields in online platforms. He brings lots of foreign exchange to Sri Lanka. We are proud of you for your brilliant works. Perabeats family wish you more success and a great future.
As we all know, we are not in an information age. We are in an entertainment age. Joining this month's Entertainment Corner in the Beats 10th Journal is a multi-talented person called Moonto or Hasita Chandimal, who is studying at Faculty of Engineering, University of Peradeniya. Vindya?
Okay, Asharya. I have another question. So, Hasita, can you tell about how did you inspire for this journey since childhood and how you were inspired for write lyrics?
I joined the Royal College Cadet Band in 2010 and I learned basics of music from there. And I had the opportunity of joining Eastern Music Society of Royal College and play Saga 8 and 9. And in 2014, I was introduced to this electronic musician from Sri Lanka named Sasit Gamage, aka iCloud, that inspired me to learn electronic music production because there's this huge energy expressed in electronic music. I was obsessed by it, and then in 2016 I joined Music Town Institute to learn further about music production, and I started writing lyrics just during the COVID lockdown.
So, we would love to know about the role models you follow and the themes on which your ideas are based on. Hasita?
I was inspired by artists such as Hardwork, who was the #1 DJ in the world when I was starting off, and then by artists such as Cruella and Electronic Music Trio, and by Illenium. My main role model is Sasit Gamage. I always try to add a metaphor on a starry sky or an ocean or a moon because people can relate to their own stories regardless of the motive behind the song.
The song Soyami, that is the latest creation of yours. So Hasita, let's talk about that song also.
So Soyamin is the latest single I released, which is a part of an album I'm working on. We will see the bigger picture when the album is out. Soyamin was a personal song for me, and I wrote the lyrics and did music for it, and my friend Leshani performed the vocals.
So, Hasita, what are the achievements you have made so far and what are your future plans?
So I had the opportunity to get support from local artists like Sasit Gamage, Yuki Aya, Asim Osman, Subi, Ambrose, Mechanic, and so many more. I have a plan to start performing as an electronic music artist and do more music in the future.
Now, this is the end of our discussion. So Hasita, thank you very much for acceptation of our invitation and joining hand with us. As Perabeats, we wish you good luck for your future career. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Perabeats and Beats Journal, for this amazing opportunity.
Nero is a stealth action third-person shooter game that engages the player in an immersive single-player campaign across large maps. Track down and eliminate your targets hidden deep in enemy territories and sabotage heavily guarded military bases with the tools at your disposal. Nero lets the player engage as a legendary war hero to experience a fictional storyline, creating a new dimension in the genre of stealth action shooter game play.
Nero tells the gripping story of a man out on a special mission. Play as the legendary sniper Nero from Sri Lanka to infiltrate various locations and face ever-evolving challenges.
The use of tactical thinking, a stealth approach, and long shots are a must to conquer these missions. The player will have the freedom to take multiple approaches in taking down enemies. Nero was inspired by the famed Sri Lankan sniper Ranjit Premasiri Madalana. He is currently one of the 10 greatest snipers in the world. He had 180 confirmed kills against LTTE. He was killed by an enemy sniper in 2009, 20 days before the end of the conflict. This launch marks a milestone in the history of game development in Sri Lanka as the biggest game to be launched in the country. The team truly highlights the fact that Nero was not created to promote the war and violence against LTTE in Sri Lanka, but as a tribute to the late war hero via fictional storyline.
Sri Lankan tea adds flavor to the tongue, relieving the tiredness of connoisseurs around the world, and it's a major export crop in Sri Lanka. Tea in Sri Lanka is mainly selectively harvested by hand, which has direct bearing on the high quality of tea. There are many plucking machines available in the market which are non-selective. Therefore, K.M. Lahiru Chaturanga Bandara, who is winner of Invention and Innovation of Agriculture 2021 Research Symposium, has developed a robo-arm for a drone-based selective tea harvester under supervision of the Professor A.J. Mohoti, Professor K.S.P. Amaratunga, Dr. R.H.G. Ranil, Mr. R.M.R.D. Aberatna and Mr. E.M.A.C. Ekanayaka.
The importance of this rubber arm is that it does not damage to the tea shoots. The main object of this invention is to design and develop a robotic arm for the drone-based plucking machine which uses image analysis for plucking tea shoots. To evaluate the selectivity of shoots plucked by the developed robotic arm and to evaluate the quality of the plucking table after plucking using the robotic arm. This objective has largely been achieved and further development and comparisons are required of the plucking machine for sustainable tea production.
Vibhava Literary Association is now ready to experience art and literature through a digitized dimension, marking the beginning of Vibhava's virtual era. So this is a huge step for Vibhava, and they have launched the Vibhava official website. The latest issue of Vibhava magazine has been launched online through Zoom on the 30th of October at 7:30 p.m. Launched to see lives through art and win live, this collection of Vibhava Literature magazine scheduled to launch every 3 months. Coinciding with the launch of the latest issue of the Vibhava official website and Vibhava magazine, they also held a new discussion, Art and Sex, on October 30th. This discussion was conducted with Sinhala lecturer Upul Shanta Sannaskala and film director, screenwriter Chintana Dharmadasa. In addition to these major works, they as usual release literary works through the Facebook page. Vibhava Unframed, Vibhava Short Stories, Mang Asama Mage Kaviya, Hitata Danena De, Hadamata Patulunu Akuru are those literary creation series. Vibhava is currently publishing literary works in Sinhala, Tamil and English through Facebook.
LCP election term 22.23. The annual local committee president election of ISAC in University of Peradeniya was held online last month on Saturday, the 25th of September 2021. Sahangoda Khanda and Chamatita Puruke, the local committee vice president for partnership development and public relations, and the local committee vice president for outgoing global volunteer respectively, stood in the LCP election. At a gathering graced by country president of ISAC in Sri Lanka, Banuka Hataru Singha, and the local committee president of term 2019-2020 of ISAC in University of Peradeniya, Disnaka Ran Singha as the chair, past presidents, executive board members, and the full membership, Sahangoda Khanda was elected as the president of ISAC in University of Peradeniya for the term 2022-2023. Next Gen ISACO Phase 1. The Next Gen ISACO program is a novel initiative of ISAC in Sri Lanka to exclusively offer a well-structured membership development program for its membership across the island. With the anticipation of developing the skills that the present-day corporate partners seeking an employee Candy Phase of the Next Gen ISACO was launched successfully on Thursday, the 7th of October 2021. The Rotary Club of University of Peradeniya is a student club that offers services to enhance education, basic needs, professional development, and as well as charity activities. The Rotary Club had the general meeting for the month of September. The project we invested is one of the projects organized by the Professional Development Avenue, which mainly focuses on the group of people who are earning money through unreliable ways. The first phase of the project was done in the month of July, and the second phase was successfully completed with 160 plus participants at the beginning of the month of September. Project Non-Pet is focused on pet caring and health issues. Throughout the month of September, the Rotary Club of University of Peradeniya was able to publish pet-related articles, poems, and photographs via the official FB account Know Your Pet. Moreover, the PR campaign Skill Around 21 was also successfully concluded by the Rotary Club of University of Peradeniya.
Hantana Conservation Society. Hantana Conservation Society of University of Peradeniya organized a webinar series on butterflies on 4th of September via the Zoom platform. Mr. Chatura Udayanga, a photographer and an expert on the field, graced the occasion. On behalf of the Global Week, which is concept of SDG International and German company affiliate to UNO, Hantana Conservation Society organized a series of activities starting from 13th of September, which included a tree plantation project named Jeevitaya Sataka Gasar, which was held from 13 to 28 September, where members were instigated to plant trees become a part of global event. A public awareness program on reducing plastic and polythene usage, which it was conducted under the theme of Choose to Refuse Single-Usage Plastic. A session spread love and kindness. A word as Jeevitaya Venechva Dakimu. Change your attitude, change your life. And finally, gratifications session as tribute to employees of the health sector who are providing a great service throughout this pandemic season.
Cells of University of Peradeniya recently organized a space-related webinar, which was aimed towards the advanced level students who wish to learn all about space. This was held on 6th of September by the topic Open CV. New applicants will be given an opportunity to be a new part of new board of the term 2021-2022. Currently, the existing board will be screened for new applicants. Roborossia. In the purpose of motivating and inspiring the young undergraduates of University of Peradeniya, the Roborossia Society of University of Peradeniya recently organized a series of webinars. This was organized on the 23rd of September via Zoom platform. It was done on the topic of Part Yourself, and it was created under 3 sessions, mainly first impression, confidence, and public speaking. This was conducted by Mr. Shamilka Ratnasuriya. Considering with the World Mental Day, which is supposed to be held on 10th of September, the Robotics Society released a video in the purpose of raising awareness to young undergraduates all about mental health. Up to now, they have released 3 videos via Roborosia Facebook page. And their purpose was to give them knowledge as well as awareness all about mental health.
A stroke occurs when the blood supply to part of our brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing brain tissues from getting oxygen and nutrients. Brain cells begin to die in minutes. A stroke is a medical emergency and prompt treatment is crucial. The most common type of stroke is called ischemic stroke. It can happen in an artery where a fatty substance called plaque has made the artery narrow. The other type, hemorrhagic stroke, is a less common type. The main risk is high blood pressure. Other risk factors include diabetes, certain type of heart diseases, smoking, and high cholesterol.
A sudden numbness or weakness in your face, arms, and legs, especially if it's on one side of your body. Sudden confusion and trouble speaking or being unable to understand others' speech. Sudden trouble seeing out of one or both eyes. Sudden dizziness, balance loose or being unable to walk, and sudden severe headache. Stroke can be prevented by reducing alcohol consumption, controlling high blood pressure, lowering the amount of cholesterol and saturated fat in your diet, quitting tobacco use, managing diabetes, maintaining a healthy weight, eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables, exercising regularly, avoiding illegal drugs, and following such good health habits. Stroke is a disease that can be cured after proper treatment. It can be cured by following medical advice immediately. Therefore, if you have any basic symptoms of a stroke, go to the hospital immediately.